Welcome! It is gallery time! This is Mass 2. Paint them all at the same time. 6x9 heavyweight muslin. This one was a little bit more complicated than Mass 1. A lot more eyes and a lot more contrast. Got a nice blue area here, and then right on top of it, red. Okay? Then this area here, where with the 3D glasses it just goes so far in. Even though we're not using blue, we're using green. And then this right around here. And then we have a mixture of blues and yellows and greens here. Okay? And again, like on Mass 1, we sit there and took the red, swooped it around, replaced the eyeballs in as we go, and then boom, into the arc yellow. So it gives a curvature with the 3D glasses. And then nice bang right into another down area, and then a mixture of blue on the outside, right against the red. This way you can create beautiful contrast. You have the canvas coming in and out. And again, when we sit there and place the paint on, you're gonna wanna roll it, okay? Rolling it dispels the pills. Just remember that. You sit there and see some of your clothes coming out of the dryer, and certain fabrics have those little, little dust pills on them. You wanna take care of that. Sometimes a paintbrush works well as too. Another feature on this is you want to make sure your paint's dry first before you start doing your black detail. Now I use Rust-Oleum oil-based flat black rather than any of your foo-foo Createx or your special art paint. The flat black sprays beautifully, lubricates your gun while you're painting, and is permanent on canvases such as this. I also use them for painting t-shirts or anything of that nature. Once on, it ain't coming off, okay? So when you're looking for materials, and again, I'm using Day-Glo, not Roscoe, not Wildfire. I'll give you reasons why. You're not gonna get bright colors like this with Roscoe and Wildfire. Number two, they do not spray nice. Wildfire and Roscoe spray almost spitting out little chunks versus the Day-Glo, which sprays like automotive paint. Okay. Number three, I can't do these little wisps and the drool and everything like that with Roscoe Wildfire. I can do it with Day-Glo. 70-30 mixture, thinned a little bit with just basic water, and it sprays to the gun beautifully. I can do detail with it. I can do full murals and nothing but ghosts, just using UV and the black. Okay? Number four, reason why we use Day-Glo is I can spray Day-Glo onto a black surface and it looks fantastic. Can't do that with Roscoe Wildfire. Okay? They have to have a white surface behind them. These, I did not have to paint the canvas white, it already was white. So, painting it, putting the paint directly on, not sizing, not putting any white on it, you just throw your colors on and voila, it's time to detail and then do your highlights. Saves time and energy. But I have a black panel right here, and if I want to do a ghosted image like a spiritual ghost or a forest or something like that, I'm using only Day-Glo, no problem. Doesn't matter what color it is. Okay? So, remember that. You're picking, number 6 is the cheapest on the market. Okay? You don't want to use anything that says tempera if you're doing UV paint. Tempera, that fancy word for temporary, okay? Day-Glo and these canvases I produce for people have lasted for decades. All right? I got my stuff being sold on black market all over the place, being handed from person to person. So these are permanent applications, and as long as they're not exposed to sunlight, will last a very long time. On the other hand, with your Roscoe and Wildfire, I've gone to sites where I had done them 3 years project passed and they wanted me to come in and do some touch-ups, and some of the paint had faded in the black light to the point where I had bright stars that were gone. Okay, you only saw the white primer I put behind it to make sure it popped. So if you're looking for permanence, durability, and on top of Day-Glo, you can paint on anything: metal, plastic, foam. I use Day-Glo mixed with mass latex and water to paint my maps. So I'm painting latex on the latex, and of course using the patch airbrush, the VL3, that thing will shoot anything. Okay, and I'm able to shoot raw latex tinted with Day-Glo to make my UV maps. And consider that at home. You don't have to buy any fancy paint. You just sit there and use your mass latex, thin with water. And so I'm doing a 70-20-10 mixture for that. 70% latex, 20% pigment, or your paint, 10% water, okay? Permanent application, no cracks, no peeling, no nothing. Back to this. Consider when you're placing it on that you don't want to go with a basic red, green, blue, okay? None of these colors on here, save for some of the red, are out of the can. Be creative, okay? This green, surprisingly, is mixed with a little red, okay? To dull it down a little bit. Then, come along with the yellow highlights, makes them pop out, okay? Makes them look round, gives the illusion that there's a light source somewhere. So that works. Highlights on the teeth, highlights on the gums. He's drooling, thus his gums are wet. These guys down here, these branchy type creatures, all the highlights are meant to pop them out. But again, we're taking red, and I've mixed red up with the arc yellow up into the distance, okay? This gives it the bend. This stands out over here. This stands out over here and makes these recede, but it's done so with shadow and multiple colors. Rather than just your basic 3, you can mix it up. You can have 15, 20, 30 different shades of green on there, shades of red. Another cool thing, we didn't do it on this, but we might do it on the next ones, is mixing black in with your red. You can start doing sepias and different colors, especially maybe if you're doing brickwork. That works out really nice for a straight out of the can red mixed with some black red in varying stages for grout possibly or anything like that. So you're not just going black. All these colors, blue for instance, you can sit there and get 10, 15, 20, 100 different shades of blue depending on how much white primer you place in it. I've been on job sites where I ran down real close to blue. There's no way of getting it shipped in. I can extend my blue with white primer. I'm not talking about your spent stuff. I'm talking about your $7.99 a can at Home Depot, American Pride, which has a great deal of titanium in it. Okay? It itself almost glows in the black light. Mix your blue with it and you can have all sorts of different shades. The green. I can add in green paint with my green fluorescent paint and get different shades of it. Yellow, it's a tough one. Yellow has some problems, okay? Can't really do a whole heck of a lot of work with that. Arc yellow, on the other hand, you can, okay? So, eyeballs, try to make sure they look moist. Life is in the spark, all right? Highlights, you can do any eyeballs. I don't care if you're doing a portrait, I don't care if you're doing a monster, anything like that. If it has eyes, make sure there's reflection in it. If they don't, they're flat, they're lifeless. Unbelievable, customers no likey, okay? You want something that looks like it's alive, and that's what creeps people out. When I did laser tag arenas, doing the eyes and stuff, they'd round the corner with their guns and a big old eye staring at them, they'd freak them right out, okay? People hate the eyes, but they love them, okay? You understand what I'm saying? So, remember, highlights. Not go crazy with them, but gives life, gives the illusion of movement. So when you're working on your pieces at home, try that out. Try to sit there and make your piece come alive, okay? The cobwebbing, all right? Just another level, all right? We have some of the cobwebbing here. down here, and then, you know, we have some moisture come down, drool, you know, secreting mucus, you know, whatever you want to call it. Okay, it works. And it gives more life. So instead of a dead, dry 3D painting, it's living, okay? It's moving. Something else you can do, if you were taking one of these and setting up your 3D maze, you can place a small fan behind it. I freaked one of my friends out and he came over because the canvas was slightly moving with the 3D glasses. It just does all sorts of cool things. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something. Got videos coming on some more gallery shows, and got some instructionals coming on some super fan suits from my boy Mark Edwards in UK. And so, we'll see you on the next video for Student Designs LLC. Thanks for watching. Hey, please subscribe. You know, the little button. It's right there. Just reach your hand out, grab that mouse, makes that little arrow move, and pow! Hot subscribe action. Help out a fellow brother. More coming. Subscribe. Please.